Hello friends. So you might have seen the recent terrorist attack which happened in Jammu and Kashmir by an organization called as the Resistance Front. So they are part of this Lashkar-e-Toiba, and they are this terrorist network which is operating in Kashmir, and they were responsible for this Pahalgam attack in which more than 20 people, more than 20 civilians lost their life. So there is a lot of discussion of the Operation Sindhoor and many other things which is happening. But what I thought was we will look into the geopolitics of this attack and what is the meaning of this attack according to a perspective of international relations or this administration is what I want to say. But first we'll see the steps that the government has taken. The government has basically kept in this first when they started this attack, some YouTube channels, and YouTube channels specifically, profane and things which were perpetrating malicious information against India was banned. But that's not the point. What happened after that was Indus Valley Treaty was kept in abeyance, because the treaty cannot be negated just like that, because both the parties have to be there for them to ratify that, and then only it goes off. And what India said that we will keep the thing in abeyance. Abeyance meaning is that now we can start building dams and other activities in the river without the concurrence of Pakistan. First thing that they did was this Chenab River, Bahilgar and Salal Dam are there. So they have stopped it. They are silting. They are releasing the water at the time that we have not agreed upon, and that is the first thing. Then Grey List. Financial Action Task Force. This is the network, international network for hindering the money supply of the terrorist. So we have we have made this effort that they have been kept under the grey list. Then the final thing, see, all the steps you should see, and this Operation Sindhoor which is happening is this culmination. Okay, but what I want to talk in this video is that what happened behind the scenes, or what would have happened. So I'm not a geopolitical expert to say what would have happened, but what might have happened, we'll talk about it. I will, why such an attack? So what I am going to investigate in this video is that why such an attack, with the help of the things, articles which I have read from IDSA, Hindu newspaper, and Business Standard, many other newspaper articles which I read, and from that I'm going to take. So I'm going to divide it in three things. So the geopolitics I see in this attack primarily comprises of the international reasons. International reasons is one. The second is this problems in China. Okay, so international reasons and problems in China. Third is internal rebellion within Pakistan. So I'm going to club all these things as an effort to make an understanding of what might have been the geopolitical reason. So the first thing that I feel is that China basically exports a lot of its goods to USA, but USA, the first point happened was tariff war happened, and once President Trump came, so he imposed a lot of tariff. So he actually imposed tariff to the extent of 145% and even higher. Okay, even higher on China. So as a result, Chinese government, had to resort to different aspects of selling its manufactured products, because if you sell the products with such a high tariff, you will not be able to be competitive. That's why you can see that China now, if you see Chinese many influencers, okay, many influencers, people who are making vlog, they are getting free access to China, not free access, complete access to China. We are being able to showcasing the Chinese might, how the cities are. Everyone is now making vlogs. Many Western bloggers are being invited. This is to the invite of the Chinese government. Earlier it did not happen. Now why the hurry is that because the products which are manufactured in China due to the tariff war now are getting stagnated. Now the Chinese government cannot sell those things. This is the first thing that I saw. The second thing is that starting from corona, what happened was there was a logistical problem. Logistical problem meaning is that the world understood that the logistic, the whole supply chain demand, supply chain was dependent on China for many of the products. Even for making a small mask, the supply chain was dependent on China. What happened after that was the governments understood that we have to remove these constraints and move supply chains to different places. The second reason I feel is that so now if you see Apple iPhone, they have established facilities in Chennai. They have established facilities in Gurgaon. They want to export Apple iPhone, the next version, from Tamil Nadu or from India. So many of the facilities which is here. So once you see that the facilities which were there in China now are shifting to India. This is the point you should note down very carefully. First is the tariff war which happened, then the supply chain which is there, which involved China, is now slowly being dismantled and moved into different countries. They are being taken to Vietnam. India is now becoming a competitor. So this is the second thing. The third thing is again the bonds which were there, Chinese. So I can put in the information. You can say the Chinese and USA are in a tussle. The bonds earlier used to be with China. Nearly $1 trillion of bond of USA was with China. But because of this tariff war, they have started to sell it. As a result, you can see the bond yield of US government going high. It has gone to the extent that no one predicted that it will go this much high. But I think Warren Buffett predicted this, and he invested a lot of amount in the US bond, and he has given a lot of profits, and now he is retiring also. But others did not see this. Now, when the Chinese government are selling, now US can have a leverage over China, but still they don't have leverage. But Chinese government is fearing. So now the tariff is happening, supply chain is changing, and they are also losing the bonds. In this competitive atmosphere, they are losing. So this is a geopolitical aspect that we should very clearly see. The fourth point that I wanted to say was the Chinese government has ordered in November or December 2024 to build one of the highest capacity hydroelectric dam in Brahmaputra. Already they have one dam, but they are also having one more. They have given this permission for in 2024. So now look at it, my friends. Look at it in the holistic picture. The tariff war, Chinese selling the bonds, and the yield is going up in USA. As a result, US is becoming very, very, they are wanting to move towards other countries, and the supply chain is changing. As a result, you check the fifth point. India and USA are talking in trade terms. Recently, India, UK signed this FTA agreement, free trade agreement. USA has 10% tariff only with the EU, that is European Union and the UK. So when you have a free trade agreement, the 50 or a 30 or a 40% tariff on India can be bypassed, through this. Now see the change. So China has 150 or 200% it can go. Now they are in talks, but what will happen if they are not coming to terms? Now you have India moving up, so India went into this is the first point. That is the first aspect which I said, international, and the second aspect which I said, China. The third aspect which we actually usually miss is the internal rebellion which is there. The internal rebellion, you should check the Baluchistan Liberation Army. India has or Chinese government, the Pakistan government has actually said that India interferes in its politics. meaning what they are saying is that they are saying we are interfering in Balochistan. We are, because Balochistan is a state in Pakistan, they want their independence. So what the Pakistan government is saying is that we interfere in Balochistan. It is somewhere in the southeast of Pakistan. You can check the map. In that, you should check that in March. Okay, in March, the Balochistan Liberation Army took over an Jafar Express. This express is a 30-hour express starting from Quetta, which is there in Balochistan, and it goes till this Pashtunwa, or this the northern Pashtunwa, which is there in the northern Pakistan in the tribal highlands. This takes a huge route, but it was taken over and nearly 28 people were killed. This was in March. Okay, so this we have to check it. The second point is that the Chinese economic corridor, China-Pakistan economic corridor goes through that route to that Gwadar port through Balochistan. Now the problem is that the Balochistan Liberation Army wants, they are wanting freedom, and hence they are being a, problem in that. So many of the Chinese who were there, Chinese police, or not Chinese police in the sense the police which is there, but armed forces from China have been stationed there. So now they are intruding into the Pakistan. So if you see the trade war, the movement of the supply chain to India, Apple announcing that they will move completely to India in very soon, tariff war which is happening, India signing free trade agreements, China being looked at as, as an, overpowering thing, meddling in others' aspect. These things you should check. These things, now I feel, and the point is that the third point is that 370 abrogation, you can look at the data as well. Once the 370 abrogation happened, look at the data of the infrastructural development which is happening. For example, you can look at the Jammu Kashmir. So I'll put the diagram. Jammu Kashmir Bank, okay, Jammu Kashmir Bank centered in Srinagar. Now look at the loan amount, the jump in loan amount. The jump in loan amount this quarter, 2024, 2025 and all, such an amount says that huge amount of lending has been done. So when the lending is being done to such an extent, you should know that some operate or something profitable is happening. And you had a tourist, you can check the tourist, this is from a PIB, you check the tourist number, the foreign tourist arrival is more than double. So what has happened is that it is increasing in economy. What is happening in the outside is China is losing its economic power, and the Balochistan army is pressurizing Pakistan for an independent country. And India is making Jammu Kashmir into an place where more economic development is done. You have to look at Pahalgam in this point. Pahalgam, now look at it, April 22, 23, more than 20 people have been dead. What has happened now? You check the March Balochistan Jafar Express incident. You check the development which is happening in India. You check the movement of industries which are happening to Vietnam and India. By this, China is losing. Chinese government already, see, Xi Jinping is in this third, and he is going to be an emperor for till he is alive. But he is facing tough questions. He is facing increased housing. The rates in housing is increasing. Inflation is there, and the jobs are being lost because of this manufacturing movement which is happening. So now they are feeling the pressure. Now look at the dam which is being built. Now, so now India, if they attack Pahalgam and India retaliates, this region will be in a problematic zone. The South Asia will be in a problematic zone. The free trade agreement will be in a problematic zone. That perspective has to be there in the geopolitics, because we see this as a very small perspective of fight between two nations theory or fight between two religions. No, there is a lot of geopolitics involved between one thing which is happening. And the point is that I will end this by saying that why we attack now. we also have to look at everything in a perspective. Why we attack now is that Pakistan has asked for IMF bailout, which is very soon. Already they had gotten a tranche. Now one more tranche they are getting. So that means that they don't have money. The second point is that Financial Action Task Force has listed them in this grey list. The third thing is that the property boom in China is now becoming a bubble which is going to burst, and all this is the moment when you strike. Now each of the enemy is involved in different actions, so now is the point you strike. That's how this Operation Sindhoor happened, and I hope but at the end, what I want to suggest is that there is a lot of geopolitical things involved. We are just mere chess, we are not even a players in the chess. We are just watching the game. This chess game is a very big aspect. It is not confined to two religion, two nations. No, nobody wants that. But they want to keep this crisis simmering, and they want to make this discord in the minds of the people, so that they can be, you check, China now can say that I can build this dam. Why? India is now kept in Indus Valley in this abeyance, Indus Valley Treaty in abeyance. Now they have a justification. Now they can become this rogue state who can say that India did not cater to the treaty, I can also go. This is something that they do. Okay, but India as a nation, we as a nation wanted peace for a very long time. I wish these things are taken into consideration. These are from newspaper reports. I am not an expert in this geopolitics. Something that I saw, I took from the newspaper report, saw through the newspaper, and wanted to make a series, of the video, in a sense that finally peace be with everyone and anyone who exists in this human race till the end of time. Thank you. All the best. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Minds of Aspirant. You can send this video to anyone who is preparing for civil services, and to your family members who want to know about civil services also. There is a Telegram channel, Minds of Aspirant official, as well. You can click that link and join the group, and you can ask for whatever doubts that you have. And also you can click the bell icon, so that you will get regular updates from Minds of Aspirant. Thank you. All the best.